Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 140. I am one of your hosts, alongside the beast from the north to east. Gary, how are you?
Hello.
Again, you do the wave, but no one can, if you're listening to the audio where a majority of our listeners are, no one can see the wave.
I said hello. Just imagine the wave.
No, the wave doesn't work. We've been over this.
I wave, okay?
It doesn't work, though. It doesn't work.
I'm waving right now.
I know, but... How are you, Gary?
I'm good, thank you, Fix. I'm very tired, though. It's been a very busy week.
I hear excuses already. I don't like it.
How are you?
No, I'm joking. I'm alright. I'm alright, to be honest with you. Just normal life stuff. Just going away. I'm just still in that weird, horrible rut period with games. That's all my problem is. Honestly, that is the only problem I have right now, is that I just don't know what to play. I don't really want to play anything. Yeah. But, we'll get into that in a little bit, I guess. This is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast. If you want to support it financially and keeping the lights on, you can go over to patreon.com/mcfixer. This literally doesn't happen without you guys, so thank you all so much for those that do support over there. Beyond that, am I forgetting anything? Video version's $3. Audio version's $3, video version's $4. You can catch us live also on twitch.tv/mcfixer. Gary, I want to start off by saying, if you're watching the video version, you will notice something different, extremely different about it. It's got a different look. It's, so what happened was, I got an email. I tell you what, I was having a really shit day. I was in bed. It must have been about 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was just in bed, I couldn't sleep, and then I had this email pop up on the My Xbox and Me email. And I'm like, alright, I'll read it now, just so I can, because I'm bored, I don't know what to do. And it was an email from a listener called Alan, I listened to the pronunciation, I still don't know if I'm going to say it right. Alan, I think it's Galbraith. Galbraith. I'm pretty sure I said it right. If I didn't, let me know. Galbraith. I think it's Braith. Galbraith. And he sent over a whole package of an intro for My Xbox and Me, the sweet overlay that you're seeing right now, and an outro screen. And it was pretty much just him saying that he listened to the show and that this would look better than what we previously had, which I 1000% agree with. So I just want to give a big shout out to Alan for that. I appreciate it so much, and hope to play some games with you soon. So this is awesome. So if you're watching the video version, you'll now have a way better intro, outro, and transitional period. It will look way better. Audio listeners, maybe go over and have a look at it, but that's about it. So yeah,
it's very pretty.
Yeah, it's much better. It's much better, much cleaner, and just very happy. So thank you so much for that. Gary, should we just get straight into what's in our box? What have you been playing this week?
Not a lot, as the aforementioned busyness has been going on.
Yeah.
Literally, the only thing I've been playing on my Xbox was a couple of hours of PUBG, and that was literally just because I was streaming. The game I was streaming wasn't very good. So I was like, I want to switch to something, but I just want to kind of like chill and chat. So
yeah,
something PUBG.
I get that. Yeah. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're just like, well, this could be a short segment. And yeah, I've been playing games, but I haven't really played anything I don't talk about every single week. I played a little bit more Fortnite. I played a little bit more FIFA. I've played a lot more Siege. I'm back playing Siege again because I feel like that's my junk food game.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I have nothing to play. I feel uncomfortable right now. I'm insecure. Let me play Siege. Type situation. So yeah, it's just like, that's the perfect game for me to play stream wise as well. Because I'm actually good at Siege, which helps. It helps when you're good at something. It's like,
definitely.
But then like, obviously people in my chat just like, I don't want you to play this anymore. And I'm like, just shut up. Just shut up and leave me alone. God damn it.
Time out.
I know there's games coming. And that's like what I have to keep thinking. It's like, just get through this lull period. Just get through this lull period. Just get through this lull period. To be honest, some people... Oh, did I tell you that I played Mass Effect? Did I say that last week?
Yeah, I think we talked about it.
I think we spoke about it last week. I can't remember. The weeks just roll into one. I'm pretty sure that I'm being forced to play Halo 5 next. So, yeah, Mr. Moody has come for me again, and he said that I've got to play through Halo 5, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, that's just literally it for what's been in my box this week. Again, short segment, but I apologise. Should we get into the topic of the show?
That seems like the thing we would normally do next, right? Yeah.
Seems right.
Yeah.
Well,
seems like the right one.
Top of the show this week is from an email from our friend Mr. Moody. It was the only email we got, so there's nothing can fix his sack. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks. I hope you're right yourself.
Am I gonna have to start emailing in?
No, you can't email in. You're a.
I can email in.
No.
I'll just make a bunch of fake emails and just.
I'm not allowing it.
You'll never know.
Top of the show this week, though, comes from Mr. Moody and it says, "Hello, you sexy men. I don't think I can trust the community to send you to an email, so I better do it." Thank you.
Right.
Half of the year is done and gone. So, what are some of your favourite games of 2018 so far? For me, Monster Hunter World and Celeste have been great games. Your lover, Mr. Moody. Great question. So I've titled this week's episode 140, as Game of the Year so far. Gary, I'll be honest with you, this segment's not going to be great either for me. For me, honestly, because I went through my games just to have a look to see what it is I had actually played. And I think this is one of the worst years for me for games that... I remember saying at the beginning of the year, I'm going to play more indie games, and I'm going to try games I don't usually play, and I'm going to be a whole new MC Fixer. I'm going to try not to swear as much. And I fucked that up, didn't I? And then it was just like, for me, it was just like, cool. So I wrote down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games that matter to this audience, anyway, that I've played. That come to the top of my head when I think of games that could be my game of the year. There's a few others that I played like sprinkled in there, like I played Fee, but that won't be up there and stuff like that. So this year, game of the year, Gary, you probably don't start at your best, but like what would be in the contendership right now for game of the year?
What for like?
Go on. Well, okay, I'll start off. So,
like
Monster for me straight away. Monster Hunter comes to mind.
I put that there. Yeah, definitely.
I put at least. I think I put about 30 hours into Monster Hunter. Was a good game. It wasn't my type of game. I don't like the system of like grind. Again, I needed people to help carry me through most of that game. It was a good game.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing, of course. But it was a good game. I had fun with it. You don't play 30 hours of something and not have fun. Or some people do, but that's just not me. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people, game reviewers.
It's not just game reviewers, though.
no. And masochists. I really love Monster Hunter World. Like, it's definitely be in contention, I think, by the end of the year. It is such a great, fun game. Like, the whole thing for me is the grind does wear you down a bit, sort of towards, as you like, once you get into that sort of 20, 30, 40 hour mark, it does wear you down just a touch. But I really love the monster hunts, the actual like fights, the boss fights, like learning the attack patterns and learning the weaknesses and the strengths and what you should do and how they're like multi-stage and you're not just running up and slashing at some things at ankles.
Oh yeah, 100%.
5 minutes. Yeah, that to me that was like, yes, I needed that.
I remember playing it. Obviously, I had a lot of fun. Me, Xbox Stu. I believe we played together a little bit, didn't we?
I don't think we ever actually got.
Oh, okay.
Got together for that one.
I can't remember. It all just rolled into one. But a few of us played. Mr. Men Elias played with us. A couple of others. That's who carried us. And I remember having fun with the game. It just didn't grip me as hard as I wanted it to. But like I said, it was good enough. It played well. Next on my list, I've got 2 games on here that are going to be super controversial. But it's just I need to put games on here that you guys would actually even know. So, like, State of Decay 2 is on here as something that could be in there, only because I played it. Again, I haven't played that much this year. in retrospect of what I should have. I'm sure I have missed so many good games, which Gary's going to say his list and be like, you should have played this, you should have played this, you should have played this. And towards the end of the year, I will. So our discussion is more rounded. But for right now, yeah, State of Decay 2 is on there, a game that I had a ton of fun with. But obviously the big problems with State of Decay 2 were that it was buggy as hell. I have not gone back yet. Haley's just installed it because she breaks up in 2 weeks. So we're definitely going to be running through that again. So I'll be streaming that a lot. So if people want to play it for the first time or something and team up, let us know. But yeah, State of Decay 2, again, it's more State of Decay for all of its good stuff and all of its bad, unfortunately.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
So when I was thinking about this question, I kind of broke it down into 2 sort of groups. Okay. So there's the stuff that I know is like I'm 99% sure, unless the second half of 2018 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like there's
which it looks like it could be.
Which it looks like it could be.
Go on.
Yeah, there's like I've got like 3 games, like including Monster Hunter, which are like, yeah, they're definitely 99% sure going to be on my Game of the Year list at the end of the year. And then there's a few games that are like below that where it's like they could be at the lower end, but depending on how the rest of the year shakes out, might not be, but still great games. That's how I kind of did
the problem I have, and obviously we're an Xbox podcast, so no one come for me right now, but I have spent way more time with my PlayStation this year than during exclusive games and stuff like that than I have Xbox. And if you were to ask me flat out from the Gamers podcast, what's my game of the year? It would be
not on Xbox.
It wouldn't even. There's not a single Xbox game that would even make the list. Personally, do you know what I mean? There is so many better games out there right now. Whether it be God of War, or Detroit Become Human, or just experiences you cannot get anywhere else. And that's why this list for me, and why some of these answers are going to be like, really, Fixer? It's just like, State of Decay, you played it for a week, and then stepped away to wait for the fixes, But it's so hard because that's all that I've really had a chance to play.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, when I was thinking, like, oh, what's my game of the year so far? My knee-jerk reaction was just, this game, that's not an Xbox.
Yeah, it's not an Xbox. Well, it's that, and there's even a couple on PC as well, and stuff like that, so it's just a hard one this year. So, especially for this time of the year, we're halfway through. I know there is a ton of games coming that I'm sure we're going to be absolutely fine, but for right now, in the life cycle, in the generation, 2018 July, this is the best I could do for you guys, unfortunately. Like, seriously.
We're doing what we can.
Yeah, next one on here for me is UFC 3. Again, just because, this list is super, like, really, but it's a game that I played on Xbox that I had a ton of fun with. It's more UFC. We all know that I love sports games anyway. UFC 3 changes a little bit compared to 2. It's a lot of fun. Is it perfect? No, definitely not. Still doesn't have that career mode that I really, really want, which you all know I love story modes in my sports games. This UFC doesn't really have that. What it did add was a decent enough career mode where, like, you can do influencer stuff, so you'd be a streamer and then your fans go up because of that and stuff like that. Little cool nods, but still nothing to grapple to. There's not a story there. Do you know what I mean? The story is you go out and fight and then you build up your fans. That's it. So,
punch that guy.
Put him in a submission hold.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yay. Story.
Again, I'll finish my list off and then we'll get into yours because I know you're going to have some ones, a lot of ones that I won't have. I put on here Far Cry 5, which is probably my second favourite game that I've played this year. On Xbox, I need to keep saying that. Just because I had a lot of fun with it. Was it, again, all these games, I feel like I keep saying it, but was it perfect? No. But did I have a lot of fun with it? Yes. And it told the story in a different way to what I was expecting, especially with some of the certain characters. Again, Far Cry is such a game that I love. I love the open world in Far Cry games. I love the mixture between seriousness and silliness. I love a lot of things about the series. They just didn't use the main villain enough for me because he was the most exciting character of the bunch. The side characters some of them were okay and some of them were just dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, Far Cry 5 was a lot of fun. Definitely suggest anyone who hasn't played it definitely to play it. And then last on my list, which is what I'd probably say would be my Xbox game of the year so far, would be A Way Out.
Yep. Ding. I got that.
For me.
Yeah.
A Way Out, and the reason I say A Way Out is because A Way Out did something different. And I'm always looking for something different. Again, I'll say it one last time. Was it perfect? No, not by a long shot. But what it did was it brought me, and I played with Haley, but so for everyone else, would bring you and the co-op player. I would not play a single player. Me and a co-op player together to play a game that was interesting in its story. For me, a lot of people didn't agree, but interesting in its story for me. It made you play a different way, and that's what I'm always looking for. There's not many games companies out there or people that are doing something different. So it's nice that happened for me.
Oh, I love that game. Yeah, it was excellent. Played through the whole thing, pretty much one sitting with with my boy Keith. Just sat next to me.
Your brother,
bickering and arguing and stuff. Yes, my
Don't
brother.
Don't lie.
And yeah, I had a great time with it. I was actually thinking about it a couple of days ago because my friend who just got into gaming.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like last year, like bought a console on the Black Friday deal. And he keeps asking me like, "Oh, what should I play? What should I play?" Because he plays with his wife. So I was like, "You should get A Way Out because like it's a co-op game, both of you." Yeah. I was just talking to him about it the other day. Like he loved it as well. Like it's a great game if you've got someone to play it with. Fantastic game, absolutely fantastic. Definitely like easily some on my list that I made as well. Probably is my Xbox game of the year so far.
Yeah, like I don't think that says much, unfortunately. But again, it just, for me, A Way Out just did something different, and that's all that you don't get many games that do something different every year.
Yeah.
So those ones that do something different, you need to give the nod to and acknowledge them. For me.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Like even if it doesn't come off the way that the developer wanted it, or it's not as great as it could have been, like if they're trying, at least they're trying.
Yeah.
Like instead of just making a generic game.
The whole action part of that game is pretty bland and boring. I think personally, that was probably the worst part of the game for me.
Yeah, I agree. The only action sequence I can remember really, really enjoying was the hospital.
The hospital was brilliant. I don't mean that.
Yeah.
I meant sorry. What I mean by action, is the shooting. The shooting was not good. But yeah,
luckily there wasn't a lot of shooting in the game.
It was towards the tail end of the game, which made sense for the way the story went. So, but yeah. Go on then, Gary. Hit me. What did I miss?
So like my other games, sort of like the just below games. I had. I've talked about most of these within the last few weeks, I think. Unravel 2. Really enjoyed it. Talked about it last week. Excellent. Like, no new mechanics, but they added the second character, which makes such a big difference to the way you play the game. And then you go through the story, which is not quite too challenging, but then you can do the challenge rooms, which are incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
And I absolutely fucking love that. Yoki's Island Express.
Yep.
Which is, again, like you were saying about A Way Out, it's doing something a little bit different. It's a platformer that's a bit of a Metroidvania, and it could have just been that, and it probably would have been a good game. But then you add in like the fact that it's a pinball game, basically.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Pinball platformer. And it like has all the pinball mechanics, and it's like, yeah, this is actually a lot of fun. Like, really, really dug that game. That was another one I think I played in like one sitting. Like, I just sat down, played it from start to finish. Didn't want to put it down. We also have, or I also have, Moonlighter, which talked about a few weeks ago, which is the shopkeeper.
I've got this.
Goes dungeon delve, and it's quite a bit of fun. It's got a nice, steady progression system, where you'll be going and you'll maybe do like the first floor of the dungeon, and then be like, right, I need to bail, I need to sell my stuff, upgrades, buy better weapons, stuff like that, and then you slowly get more and more powerful. And I never felt like, because with a lot of games like that where you're grinding like to get better so you can get further into the dungeon, like you sometimes feel like you just slam head first into a difficulty spike.
Yeah, definitely.
But with Moonlighter, I never really felt like that happened. Like it was very natural. It was like, oh, I've hit this point where probably need to be doing a little bit more damage, or I probably need to be able to like take a bit more damage, or I need more health potions. But at the same time, it's like, well, my bag's full, so I'll
But
just
it
go
came
back and sell my
naturally,
stuff. Yeah, it came very naturally. The only real difficulty moments were the end bosses.
which makes sense.
And yeah, that was just a case of you just have to learn the patterns. And once you've learned the patterns, you'll be fine. But yeah, like really, really good game. Is it going to make my game of the year list at the end of the year? It might.
Listen, I just said
It's good enough.
maybe
But...
4 games that probably won't make my game of the year. I even had Sea of Thieves on here.
Oh dear. Oh,
and I
dear.
played it for 2 days. I think that just sort of says where me personally, where I'm at with games right now. And I've said this time and time again that I just haven't played enough new games this year. I've been stuck on the PUBGs, the Fortnites, the FIFAs, the Rainbow Six Sieges, and those games are doing such a, well, not all of them, but Siege does such a great job of doing like seasons and changing, with Overwatch as well, and obviously Fortnite's great seasons. Yeah. It just gets its claws into you. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And same with Football Manager, which I'll have to give a shout out.
100%. I don't think it's just you. I think it's just the year in general. Like, yeah, last year was such an amazing year, and then I think we're in a bit of a lull right now. But I think once you get into September, October time, and when it starts picking up,
well,
I think
my game shitter bought Vampire. And he said he's not enjoying it. He bought it on disc. He's like, but he'll lend it to me afterwards, so I'll get to that.
Okay.
It's like there's a ton of games I will get to before the end of the year that I just rent now, and people are very like, well, you just said you don't want to, you need new stuff to play. It's like, yeah, but I want stuff that I want to play as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
there's a difference between picking up a game to play it because you want to play it, which is what the summer's all about, and the end of the year where it's like, okay, what's the conversation going to be about? I need to play this, and this.
I think that's where it comes between a job and being fun. Honestly, I think that's where it is. It's like right now, I can sort of slack off for the first 6 months. We all know the end 6 months is, oh my god, disgusting in what's going to be out and what needs to be played. And the size of some of these games are just going to be like, Red Dead, I'm not ready for right now.
Sorry. I know, right? Like,
I'm not ready.
And the problem with Red Dead is because of the way everyone's moved their game releases, it comes at the tail end of such a ridiculous, month of games leading up to it.
It's even the first year that I'm interested in Call of Duty because of the Battle Royale. Because if it's good Battle Royale, that will have me in. Because it's a good Call of Duty game. So it's just like, yeah, it's a hard one. It really is a hard one.
Yeah, like I'm interested in a few things. Like, I'm someone who plays Call of Duty for the campaign, so I'm a little bit gutted that it doesn't have a campaign. But
that's gonna suck.
The changes to multiplayer sound interesting, and obviously I want to play Breakout because, as much as I say, there's loads of Battle Royale games coming out, I do play most of them.
We're going to talk about a couple very soon. So
we are, yeah. Just to throw it out there as well, my last game on the list was Celeste, which Moody mentioned in his email. It was such a good game. That probably will be on my game of the year list.
Yeah, well, I know you said great things about it. I watched your review, obviously, and like it seems like a brilliant game with some brilliant mechanics. So
it's excellent. Like it's a bit dusty in the old memory now because it came out in January. But like I remember like the mechanics was spot on. In that game. It was very difficult, but very rewarding as well.
So, what would be your number one?
Way Out.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Xbox, we actually agree. That's 100%. Crazy.
Wait, we actually agree on something.
And it's not even that we agree on something. It's the fact that when I put that on my list, I thought, he's going to give me shit for this. Like, there's no way he's going to agree. But yeah, wow. Okay. We're in the same place.
Shit. Mark the date.
Wow. Remember this day, the 4th of July 2018. We agreed. Let's talk about agreeing and move on. Let's hear from our boy Mike Clinch. Mike Clinch says, "Hey guys, my name is Mike Clinch. I stream as much as I can, but I'm a student and I'm no longer in finals."
Hey.
He doesn't say that, but I added it. Our thing, so I don't have a set schedule, but follow me on Twitter at MikeClinch8645 to stay up to date with my streams. Will do, Mike. Will do. Gary, coming soon. What we got?
Yes, I've done a coming soon segment. Absolutely.
Did you not do one?
I did.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. I can skip it. Don't worry.
No, it's fine. We got 3 games on the coming soon list. Technically, it's 4. There's a Warhammer game coming out tomorrow, but I talked about that in the last.
That
podcast.
launches in Game Pass.
It launches in Game Pass. No, the Warhammer game that launches in Game Pass comes out on the 11th, which
gotcha.
will be on the next one, the next podcast.
Got ya.
But yeah, we got 3 games. They're all coming out on July 10th.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is called Shining Resonance Refrain.
Okay. It is a dungeon crawler, action RPG.
Okay, so yeah, basically it's a JRPG. It's an action JRPG. So it's an action RPG.
Close.
I would read the description of it,
but
it's basically just okay. Play as Yuma Ilvern and stop the Empire from exploiting the power of the ancient dragons, including the soul of the shining dragon within you. With the help of your friends, realize your destiny, save Astoria, and unleash the strength you've always had locked away. Basically, it's just non-descriptive, generic Japanese.
Doesn't tell you anything about the game at all. Got you.
It's a remake of a game that was never released outside of Japan many years ago. So I'll be picking it up. So I'll be talking about it on the podcast at some point. Might take me a while though, because I know these games are incredibly long.
Fair enough.
Also on July 10th, Bomber Crew.
It is like Bomberman, where you run around a grid and shoot bombs.
Bomber Crew is a strategic simulation game where picking the right crew and keeping your bomber in tip-top shape is the difference between completing your mission or losing it all. You crew a bomber, like an actual
I went
bomber.
the wrong way. That makes sense. I know what this game. This is like a cute art style game, right?
Yeah, I was surprised.
I've played this.
I thought you wouldn't know what it was.
I know exactly what
this
this is. Yeah, it was at the Idea Xbox booth like for years. I've played this, yeah.
Because I remember seeing it like every AGX.
Yeah, I know exactly what this is. I don't know why. Yeah, I know exactly what this is.
Speaking of, you know exactly what this is. Insane Robots.
Yep. Is that out this? Wait, when's that?
July 10th.
I need to reach out and get codes. I played Insane Robots. I played the EGX release this year. Interviewed the dev. Fantastic gentleman. It's a turn-based game. Read the description for me. Have you got it there?
Yep. It's just loading.
I'd love to know how they describe it, because it's like
it's a better description than Shining
Okay,
Resonance.
hit me.
Fight to the death in this unique card battler. Compete in intense one-on-one duels. Lead a riotous robot rebellion through randomly generated survival arenas. Overthrow a malevolent robot despot in the epic 15-plus hour single-player campaign. Insane Robots is card battling... hacked.
Yeah, so, okay. The card battling makes it sound super boring, I'll be honest with you.
I like card battling.
If you're not a card battling person, though, it's an automatic turn-off. Right?
I suppose it's fair, yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Like, for me, I'm not into card battling at all. Even Fable Fortune, I tried to get into, just couldn't. And I love the Fable series. The thing with this game is, it's simple. And it's simplified. And it's not overbearing or overboggling. And it's not like Hearthstone or something like that. Where you like... Where I know that there's an accessibility there for Hearthstone for people, but this is simple. And the thing with the hacks is, so you can hack different abilities to like do more attacks or less attacks and less damage and stuff like that. It's a really cool game. I have to admit, I played it, enjoyed it, had a lot of fun with it. Insane Robots, cool game. I enjoyed it when I played it. I'll be reaching out to try and get a code for that, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at... I've got the screenshots up. It's definitely not like... It doesn't... Or at least it doesn't look like a straight-up card game.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a straight-up card game at all.
It just sounds like cards as a mechanic.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And because I only just remembered Insane Robots, we've got one more. Defiance 2050, which is also coming out on July 10th. I don't know if you know about this.
Ain't that TV show that was a thing, and then they made a game for it, and then it sort of went away, and now it's back?
They made a TV show and they made a game at the same time. I remember playing it and watching it back in the day. when it first came out, and it was like things that happened in the TV show affected the game, and things that happened in the game affected the TV show because it was like an MMO.
Okay.
It was a pretty decent MMO as well. It was a third-person shooter, like
Ooh.
MMO.
Ooh.
With
I like
generally
third person, and I like shooters.
well, on July 10th, join your friends and become an Ark Hunter in a massive, cooperative online shooter like no other. Choose from an array of fully customizable weapons and classes, explore a unique futuristic open world, and engage in epic, fast-paced third-person shooter combat. And it's free to play.
Oh, I'm in.
Yep.
I'll give it a go. Free to play, I'm in. But as long as they don't have dodgy free to play, as long as it ain't like after my wallet the whole time, then we'll be alright. Or the thing that I hate the most in free to play games is when they restrict your bag, and like the only way to get it is through money.
Oh God, tell me about it.
Lord of the Rings MMO, looking at you.
I got hit by that quite hard over E3 because I downloaded Elder Scrolls Legends to play. The card game.
Yeah.
Like between streams, and like I got through like the campaign, and then it was like, all right, now you can do the arena, and I spent my arena token, and then it was like, okay, now if you want to keep playing, you either need a new token, or you need to like buy the campaign levels. And I was like, oh, uninstall. That was a fun couple of days.
It's hard because I do want to give money to these companies that deserve it, but I don't want to be nickeled and dimed.
100%. Like, I don't want to have to pay it. Like, if it's a free-to-play game, I don't have to... Like, my only option shouldn't be to either grind excessively to keep playing or pay to keep playing. Like, there should be a way for me to keep playing. And because then I'm more likely to spend.
So,
like,
okay, you still want to be able to... You still want us to be able to have some sort of progression.
Yeah.
I get what you're trying to say. But yeah, it's hard. It's just a hard model. Free-to-play is a hard model in general. That's why Fortnite's so perfect. For me, in my opinion, as much as I'm not like a lover of Fortnite all of a sudden, don't get me wrong. But I can play that game as much as I want, no restrictions, no problems, and if I want to spend money, I can. Simple.
And you're more likely to want to spend money because you're having a good time playing the game.
Exactly. That's it for coming soon, right?
Yep, that's it.
Let's jump into the news then, shall we? First piece of news this week is all about some Fallout 76, which I cannot wait for. But Fallout 76 won't feature crossplay because Sony, says Todd Howard. No shocker there. In an interview with GameStar, Howard was asked why the upcoming online Fallout title won't feature crossplay, and is it because Sony is... And he said sorry, let me try that again. And it's because, quote, Sony is not as helpful as everyone would like. End quote. The next quote then Howard said was, we would love to have that, but currently it isn't possible. There you go. So, just normal stuff, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the continuing saga of Sony versus everybody.
As I say, I love how it's not Sony versus Xbox, though. It's Sony versus everybody, because everybody's pissed.
Xbox don't actually need to say anything at this point,
and
like because everybody else is saying it for them.
Yep.
Like we've had Fortnite, now we've had Todd Howard and
Rocket League.
Like Rocket League. If you go on, I don't know if this is still the same. I know it was when the Fortnite thing first kicked off. But if you go on PlayStation's Twitter account and you click on any tweet that they put out, and literally all of the replies underneath are all about Fortnite and crossplay. Like
crazy.
It's crazy. I love it.
Well, I love it from a point of view of, the more pressure that is put on Sony for all of this means that it will happen. But my big thing is, speak with your goddamn wallets, people. Because next generation is coming thick and fast. And all this tells me is that if Xbox can be first to market with the market, their messaging always, all it has to be is, we're for the gamers, we support crossplay across all platforms. Literally, that can be in their marketing now. If Sony do not do this. We support crossplay with all systems, that's mobile, PC, and Nintendo. Not even have to say Switch, just say Nintendo.
Yeah.
And we're totally open to having crossplay with PlayStation. I think they should
100%.
use that as part of their marketing too.
That's the hook, right? That's the hook that reels you in, and then it's like, and then they start saying, also, we've got Game Pass, we've got back compatibility, we got that, and yeah, it becomes like the messaging, like they don't even really need to do anything when they launch the next console. They just need to say, and also this is the most powerful console in the world.
I think that's what they're gonna lose. I think the problem we've got is if they push for power over Sony, it's gonna come up at a higher price point, which means they lose instantaneously.
No, I don't think they're gonna. They don't need to push it. And also they've got the One X as well, so they already have that.
They've already got the power
advantage
in this generation. I'm talking about more next generation, though. Next generation, I think we've learned that power's not. I hate to say it, but power's not important. It feels like
weird. It's weird. It was at the beginning of the generation.
Well, it was when it was PlayStation.
But like the last couple of years, it's been like, because I remember when Xbox One first launched and it was Xbox.
You remember?
And
I was doing this podcast.
Like every day, it was some news article came out and it was PS4's running this game
1080p versus 900p,
and Xbox One's running it at 900p, and it's like, who gives a fucking shit? And then you go in the comments and it's like,
everyone
a lot of people
gives
apparently.
A shit. But then now, no one gives a shit.
Yeah, it's like if you want frames and friggin' resolutions, buy a PC. Like,
yeah, I'm with you.
Like,
but yeah, this is like I say, when these big companies start coming out talking, there you go. Like when Todd Howard,
we're
doing all right. He's not happy about this, so we're doing all right.
Just need Miyamoto to come out now and just be like, "Fuck Sony."
Crazy. Next up is some news about Starfield. Starfield could possibly still appear on current gen consoles. I call bullshit. If you're excited for Starfield, you may not want to plan on completely abandoning your current gen console just yet. In an interview with Eurogamer, Bethesda software director and executive producer Todd Howard offered further comment on what platform to expect the sci-fi adventure announced by Bethesda at E3 as the concept of, quote, next generation, end quote, was expressed during that briefing. And the quote we got here was, quote, what system we put it on, what system we put it out on, what's the hardware requirements? Is this to be determined? This is to be determined, Howard said. We're pushing it. We're thinking very, very far in the future. So we're building something that will handle next generation hardware. That's what we're building on right now. That's where our mind is. But that doesn't mean it wouldn't exist on current systems as well. So personally, end quote, sorry. Personally, I think this means that we're moving into the iPhone models. I think Todd has confirmed it a little bit there, meaning everyone from the Xbox One X going forward, you're going to be able to play games on the Xbox 2, and until that becomes obsolete in maybe 4 years.
Right.
I feel like that's where we're at.
All right.
What do you reckon?
I suppose it makes sense.
Well, because current gen console goes, okay, so you're telling me...
I haven't really been thinking about, because obviously with the Xbox One X sold well. So, sorry, you froze in a really strange pause there. I was like, what have I done?
No, not frozen.
The Xbox One X sold well, so it makes sense for... It just depends what they're going to do, because the new consoles are probably coming by 2020, I would have thought.
Fallout can just about run on an original Xbox.
Yeah.
Fallout 4. So that's not, and they're going to be trying to push things harder. So the only way this works is there's no way Starfield is running on an original Xbox One X. Original Xbox One, sorry. It's not running on it. It's not. I don't believe they're going to make it run on that. And if they do, it is going to be so inferior to everything that I think that just makes it a bad look.
It depends how long it's going to take as well. I mean, they're talking the way Todd Howard's talking at the moment. It seems like it's going to be a couple of years before we even see it.
I think you're looking at the earliest 2020, 1?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Right?
Feel bad for
18, 19, maybe 2020? Maybe I'm wrong.
18, 19, you might see it again at E3
Oh, I'm not
in
saying we won't see
2020.
it at E3. I think you're going to see. I think Bethesda have changed their whole approach, which is we're going to just get everything gets leaked. F that. We're just going to show you what we want to show you, no?
Fair.
But yeah, I don't think we see this game until 2020 at the earliest.
2020 will be quite. It depends what they want to do with it, I suppose, and how long they've already been in development with it. Because this game was rumored last year, so.
Well, yeah, they
been around for a while.
They signed the trademark last year.
Yeah.
So.
But at the same time, the core team that's working on this was probably the team that was working on Fallout 4. So.
We'll have to wait and see.
So it's been a few years.
Yeah, honestly, I think if you've got an Xbox One X, you'll be able to play this maybe on your Xbox One X, but it will still be inferior to whatever.
One X, I would have thought so. One S, I might be pushing it a bit.
The One S is not that much powerful than the original, though.
No, that's not. That's what I'm saying. I probably won't be on the One S.
Yeah, no way.
It's the Elder Scrolls fans I feel bad for because they gotta wait until Starfield's done before everyone starts working on friggin' Elder Scrolls.
Me, it's just like at least they told you.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's why I was never pissed. I was never pissed about Resident Evil 2 Remake not being here every year. I never got angry about it because I knew it was coming.
Oh yeah,
and it was just nice to know it was coming.
But I mean, like Elder Scrolls has the potential to be another Kingdom Hearts situation with how quickly they've announced it.
You think so?
To how long it's going to take them to make it. If I don't know how many teams work at Bethesda Game Studios. I know it's at least 2.
No, yeah, I got more than that.
If they've got a third team that's working on Elder Scrolls, that's already going to be the next game after Starfield.
I watched the YouTube Coliseum with Todd Howard, and they said that they're in pre-production on Elder Scrolls, where they're already out of pre-production with Starfield. So I don't think you see Elder Scrolls, Jesus, until...
This is what I'm talking about. Between announcement and release, it's going to be a long time.
2023? 24?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
I mean, I can't wait, but sure.
I mean, if it's 23, that's 13 years after Skyrim came out.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they're working on new IP, bro. We want new IP.
No, I mean, I get you. I absolutely get you. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Starfield's all about, but...
Let's go into the next news. Shenmue 1 and 2 Remastered gets a release date. Stu and Ross Miller, the ghost of Ross Miller, has absolutely just wet himself. The Shenmue and Shenmue 2 remasters will release later this summer. As detailed on Major Nelson's blog, the HD collection will come out August 21st. That's a special someone's birthday. And will be available on PC, on Xbox One, PC, PS4, and you can pre-order the collection for $30 US on Microsoft's store. That special someone was Haley. It's Haley's birthday.
I figured, yeah.
So I won't be playing Shenmue on the 21st, unfortunately. Oh, so unfair.
I know, right? God damn it.
Yeah, I know people are excited for this.
Definitely.
Obviously happy it's coming to Xbox as well, because this could have been one of those ones where it just come to PlayStation and I got really salty. So I've never understood the hype around these games.
I played it when I was on the Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
Awesome games.
You think so?
Yeah, I loved Shenmue. But Shenmue 3 is obviously going to be a very different game because obviously the industry's moved on. It's but when it's Shenmue, the HD collection is coming out, and I'm like, yes, that's awesome. I really hope those games hold up.
I don't think they will hold up.
I don't know if they do.
Honestly, but Joe, all it tells me is that the Dreamcast games have now just lost their value a lot.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because those games are still worth
those games are still worth a lot of money right now on Dreamcast.
Yeah,
but now they're not. I'm sorry.
No.
There's other ways to play them now. I'm sorry. Will you pick this up day one?
I might pick it up with a rental. August I've still got some time to play, some games in August. So I might pick it up and I just want to see if it holds up, right?
I would be so more interested in a remake than a remaster.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's too much
already
hard
delayed
work.
Shenmue 3 is
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 times
Oh,
now.
no.
So like,
I totally understand why it won't happen, but that would have made way more sense to me. Just a remaster to me is just like, nah.
would have been good. Yeah, no, you're right.
Next one, we've got some new Microsoft bundles. Microsoft announces Xbox One PUBG bundle and a Minecraft bundle. Microsoft today announced that the new Xbox console bundles are available starting today. You've got the Xbox One X PlayerUnknown bundle and the Xbox One S Minecraft bundle. The PUBG bundle will cost you $499 US. I'm not sure what that is in pounds. I'm not sure if we even got this bundle. Hopefully it's $450, right?
Yeah, it'll be free. The game will be free. With the
and
Xbox.
then on the Minecraft side of things, for the Xbox One S, you have it at $299.
Fair enough.
Both the games come with codes for the games. You get 2-week free trial.
Yada. That's fair enough. Like, yeah, the only reason the PUBG one's an Xbox One X one is because that's the only console that can handle it.
That is literally the only reason.
Now, you've seen me try and play that on my One S.
Yep. Yep. Speaking of A Way Out, though, Gary, as we did earlier in the show, A Way Out Studio new game will be published by EA. Joseph Ferris says this in his statement, which is, quote, yeah. Sorry. He doesn't just say yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. We're at EA, Ferris said. It's not a problem. It's super good support. I don't care what publisher I work with. It's going to be the same. This is how I work. I respect the economy aspect, but nobody fucks with the vision. It's very, very important, and they know it as EA now. And they're very super supportive. Super supportive. Sorry, I just want to go back to... but nobody fucks with the vision. That was a quote. That was a quote. That's not me adding that, alright? That's a quote. End quote, by the way. Sorry.
I fucking love this guy so much.
I mean, if he keeps talking the way he talks, he's just everything that I want. Do you know what I mean? He's just like, yeah, fuck it.
Man.
No one fucks with my vision. I don't care if you're giving me money. Give me the money and then fuck off, and I'll make you some money.
And another thing, fuck the Oscars. Seriously.
Fuck the Oscars. Real talk. Yeah, so he's going to be doing another game with EA. I hope it's something completely different again.
Yeah, I think it will be.
I don't want A Way Out 2.5 with just different characters. I don't want that. That's not what I mean,
look, the 2 games that he's made so far, Brothers and A Way Out, have been very different. So
I never played Brothers.
You should. It's very good.
I know. I've heard very good things.
Okay.
Cool. Don't tell
anyone.
I won't. Moving on. Sea of Thieves getting 3 new content updates this year. I didn't want to add this, but then I keep saying to myself, we're an Xbox podcast, we really have to. There are at least 3 more big content updates planned for Sea of Thieves this year. The 3 unannounced content expansions will follow the content roadmap, but Rare has already projected to run through September. The Hunger in Deep, which was released on May 29th, The Curse of Sales coming sometime in July, and The Forsaken Shores dropping in September. Speaking to IGN, Rare Studios head Craig Duncan and Sea of Thieves design director Mike Chapman revealed the team's new strategy for keeping a quick cadence of content creation going in the coming months and years. Quote, we've always talked about wanting to change perspective no, that's not perspective. Perceptions on what multiplayer could be, Chapman said. One way we could look at this is we've done that really hard path. And now we're going to this magical opportunity to make all the areas of the game richer. Oh, this just annoys me. And beyond the Hunger in Deep, Curse Sales, and Forsaken Shores is coming. There's going to be 3 more this year as well. End quote.
It might be a full game by then. This game should have been in game preview, man.
If this game was in game preview, I wouldn't have any problems with it.
Not at all. I'd probably still be playing it on and off.
Yeah, me too. Me too, I agree with you on that. They still would have made the same amount of money, I think.
100%.
And then people wouldn't have been as pissed as they were.
Definitely
but now
not.
I get very... Again, it's a weird one. I get annoyed for them adding content. I should not be annoyed about that. What I'm annoyed about is we're making the world richer, but you gave us an empty world. Like,
yeah, of course you are. You couldn't make it any worse. Like, like
yeah,
of course
not
you're
even
making
in
the
like
world
a
richer.
not even in like a snarky, shady way from where it comes from me. Anyway, it's like a case of like there was nothing there.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
The islands had nothing on them. For a game that was in, I'm not even going over this again.
Yeah, no,
We do it
I
every
mean you're
time.
absolutely right. Like, it goes back to when I was playing the game with friends, and like there was an island where it was like, oh, like we've just found this island. It's not on the map. This is weird. Like, ooh, maybe it's something cool. Like maybe it's a secret thing to it. And we ran around. There was just nothing
Nothing.
on it at all.
Nothing. Nothing.
I was just like, what was the point? Like this
Yep.
could have been something really cool that we found, but instead it was just
Nothing.
wasn't even any animals.
Does your head in.
Yep.
Moving on. Hitman 2. How many levels will there be? The quote we have from IO is, "We have 6 confirmed locations that will immediately be playable when Hitman 2 launches on the 13th of November 2018. And there will be multiple missions available with each location." And IO Interactive representative told VG 24/7. So, Gary,
Yeah.
you're excited for Hitman 2?
I'm on board. Hitman, loved it. Can't wait for Hitman 2.
6? Is that a good launch?
I'm trying to remember. There was 6 in the original, like, but obviously those were episodically released.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 6 is about right. Because the thing is that the levels, if they've designed the levels in Hitman 2, the way they did in the first one, which I imagine they have, there'll be like the small area of the map where the main assassination takes place,
Mm-hmm.
and then there'll be the rest of the map where all the other stuff happens. Because there's always so much to do in those games, like in each level of those games. So if they've just followed the same sort of basic design philosophy in Hitman 2, 6 is going to be plenty.
Okay.
And then it sounds like they're going to release more as time goes on as well. So
that's what it seems like, yeah. So, cool. Back to that didn't make a sentence. Assassin's Creed Liberation, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare are both backwards compatible today. Jesus Christ. You know when you say something, you're like, shut up, and it keeps coming out, you're like, damn it.
Yeah, you're just like, no, this is wrong.
Stop.
But all the words are coming out of your mouth backwards.
Yeah. Should have got up earlier and warmed up the brain before I started this podcast.
Yeah.
Like we spoke about earlier, a new Battle Royale, which isn't actually kind of new, but you can now get the Darwin Project is now free to play.
I need to jump back into that game.
It was the smartest move and the weirdest move ever, where this game should have been free to play from the jump.
Definitely.
For it to be successful. I'm not jumping back in, honestly. It just doesn't. It's a good game. Really I like the game. I think it's a good game. But that being said, it's too late. Yeah. Mine shares elsewhere now. I'm sorry. Also, this weekend you can get Rocket League is a free weekend. You can play on the Xbox One starting July 5th and ending Monday, July 9th. You can play Rocket League for free. Awesome. Also, if you want to keep playing after the free-to-play weekend, they're also running a sale with 50% off Rocket League and select DLC on both discounts until July 9th. So keep that progression if you're enjoying the game. Last but not least, Game with Gold this month, we have July 1st to July 31st, Assault Android Cactus. From July 16th to August 15th, we have Death Squared. From July 1st to July 15th, Virtual Fighter 5. And from July 16th to July 31st, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. All right. Let's do this, shall we? Because clearly we have to.
Uh-oh. Do I need to bed in? Like, do I need to sit back?
Let me just explain something to people. Because the My Xbox and Me Facebook group, you'd be pissing me off. All right?
Uh-oh.
Xbox Live games with golds.
Oh, God, not this.
Are not free. Let me explain to you something. Free means free. The Darwin Project is now free. Rocket League is free for the weekend. That means you can play it for free, for nothing. It costs you £0, 0 pence. Nothing. Doesn't cost you a thing. Now, let me explain this one real quick. Games with gold, can you get them for free without paying anything? No. You can't. Gary, can you? Answer the question for me. Can you?
Come on, man.
No, you are going to get involved. You're the co-host. You're the co-host. You're in the co-host. You want to do this?
God damn
Can you get these games for free?
Why can't you just fire me? No, you can't get these games for free.
So, they are not free.
Again, as I said on the Facebook group.
No. You're not gonna back out of this one. Answer the question.
I'm not backing out on this one. As I said on the
free?
Facebook group, the games are not. You have to pay again. You have to pay for Xbox Live Gold to get the games with gold. However, if you're already paying for games with gold, for Xbox Live Gold, like say for example, you've been paying it for much longer than games with gold has existed because you want to play multiplayer games with your friends, and you say, "Oh, these are the free games this month." You're not technically wrong because you're not. That's not why you pay for it. If they changed Xbox Live, right, so that you paid and they didn't give you games anymore, I'd still pay for it. If they changed it so you could play multiplayer for free and it was just games with gold, I'd probably stop paying for it.
Okay.
I was just talking about it from my personal perspective.
No. I'm not.
I see them as free
games.
No problem
because I've got no problem with you seeing them as free games. They are not free games. Fact.
And then the rest of the conversation happened.
The reason I say to you, I understand what you're saying, yeah? Which you make perfect sense, which is you may see them as free. They are not free. How can something be free if you have to pay for it? Let's take it to the layman's terms. You're a casual audience person. You've just bought an Xbox One. You cannot walk up to that person and say, "Oh, did you play the free games?" They're going to go, "What are you talking about?" You're going to say the free games. What? Oh, what, the games with gold? I'm going to go download them now. Goes to the shop goes to the store to go get them. Why does it cost £15? Oh, because you need Xbox Live Gold. Alright, let me get Xbox Live Gold. That must be free, right? Because I'm going to get the free games. You click it, £40 a month. Well, they're not free then, are they? You can't take the statement of, well, because you were paying for it before, Xbox Live Gold's been around for 10 years, 11 years, 15 years.
God, I wonder how much I spent on that.
I think my Xbox Live is at 9 years or something. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But what I'm trying to say to people is, I don't understand this whole... And then, like, the argument I was having, I can't even remember. Whose name was it? I can't remember. Shit, I should probably know. I don't remember the name who I was speaking to. I apologize. I think it was Ian, if I'm not mistaken.
Like I said, I got bailed.
His argument was, the games are free because by the time, once you recoup your $60 back, which is what he was saying, you then, everything going forth beyond then is free. No, because what if I don't want half this shit? Which I don't want half this shit half the time. It's still not free. You still have to pay to get it. If you want to work it out like that, really, it's like, well, I pay like 0.1p each game. If that's how you want to work it out, still not free.
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from, but
I totally see where he's coming from, but he's wrong.
Yeah.
It's not
like he's saying
free.
You reach the $60 threshold of like how much the games are worth.
And
then from then on, he's saying that the games are free.
But I wouldn't pay £15 for Assault Android Cactus or Virtual Fighter Final Showdown. I wouldn't do it. So I don't care if they say to me, well, you're getting £75 worth of value. It's PR. Let's not be like, I really hate it. Well, that's not PR. It's like, well, of course it's PR. Are we all now like, do you think that they're giving you these games at that price? No.
Definitely not. Otherwise, by that logic, they're losing a fuck ton of money.
So you think they're paying Sega $15.99 every time someone downloads the game? Is that what you think? Is that what people think?
I hope not.
Well, maybe it is, because this argument of games with gold, the free games, they're not free. Email in, myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. Come at me, because I don't give a what you say. You don't understand the definition of free if you think games with gold is free.
No, games with gold isn't free. The games are free if you have if you have Xbox Live Gold, but the games themselves are not free. because you do need to pay for it. I mean, I get what you were saying. I said as much in the Facebook group right before I turned the notifications off. Like, I was like,
Because you're a wimp. You wanted to wimp out of it.
I was at work and my phone was buzzing every 5 fucking minutes. Because
I went to the cinema. I was in the cinema and I was in the cinema again to see Ocean's 8 and I was still arguing.
Yeah, I actually checked back in like the next day and like just see, and it was just like so many more comments.
Because
like,
it's just I can't have an argument with someone that is, well, they're free. They're not just. You know what? Let's leave.
No, you have to pay. You have to pay to get access.
If you have to pay to get access to them, they are not free. Simple as. Let's play this. Even a free-to-play game is free up to a certain point half the time.
Tell me about it.
Anyway, let's plug and get ourselves out of here. But I had to add that. I'm sorry. I had to.
Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fair. That's absolutely.
I couldn't go another week with this. this happening.
You realise there's going to be a new thread in the Facebook group, right?
Look, I'm just going to call it out as it is. You trash. If you think games with gold are free, you're trash. All right, putting it out there, straight up trash. Come argue with me, boys and girls. I'm not.
Oh well, hopefully at least we'll get a couple of emails next week.
They haven't got the bottle to eat. You think this audience of so many, as I see the numbers each week, you think any of them are going to email into my Xbox and Me podcast at gmail.com to argue with me? No way.
I think them like
no bottle.
No, actually, no. Yeah, you're right.
No
they
bottle.
Definitely won't email in to my Xbox and Me podcast at gmail.com to argue with you.
No bottle.
No,
they haven't got
definitely
it.
not.
Nope. Let's plug and get ourselves out of here. What you got for me?
I'm doing my 24-hour charity live stream this Saturday. It's going to be pretty great. We've got a schedule. We've actually made a schedule.
So what's on the schedule?
There's all sorts of different games on the schedule. There's going to be some Warframe. There's going to be some PUBG. There's going to be some Cuphead.
Not impressed so far. I mean, I'll still support, but
we're going to have a VR section midway through. I'll be playing Super Hot because I really want to play Super Hot again.
Super Hot.
Oh, so good in VR. But yes, we'll be doing all of that from 10 a.m. Saturday. That's UK time till 10 a.m. Sunday. There's no daylight savings this time, so we don't have to add an extra hour in. That was the best scheduling ever.
I wouldn't have even done it. I just would have done 23 hours. Well, fuck it.
Well, it was 25 in the end.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, nah.
Yeah. You would have just been like, nah, we're good. Bye.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have done.
That's fair. Yeah, but if you head on over to justgiving.com/words-about-games-GB18, if you want to support, if you can support, that would be great. If you can't support, just share the link, share it around with everybody. That would be fantastic too. And if you head on twitch.tv/words-about-games is where the stream will be happening. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have a good time. And I'm going to be very tired by the end of it. And have new hair. I'm going to have different colour hair.
What colour hair are you going for?
You'll have to tune in to see.
You mean like you watch my videos?
I watch your videos. I watched your Who Won E3 video last week.
Lies. Who won?
Who won? Well, according to you, Microsoft.
Thanks for spoiling my video. Now I can't even promote it.
You asked.
Yeah, whatever. You can find me on Twitter at MCFixer. Follow me here live on twitch.tv/MCFixer. If you got to subscribe, you got that Amazon Prime, you got that Twitch Prime. Remember, you got to give it to someone every single 30 days. You have to redo it every single 30 days.
Mine must be coming up.
You should give it to me. I'd appreciate it. Until next week, boys and girls and children of all ages, I'll love you, leave and see you all later. Don't forget to tip your local streamer. Bye.
Bye.